Congressional charges against the Federal Reserve, a legal and constitutional review. 1. Historical context and legal allegations. On May 23, 1933, Congressman Louis T. McFadden formally charged the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Secretary of the Treasury with numerous violations of federal law. These included conspiracy, fraud, unlawful conversion, and treason. Despite the gravity of these accusations, the articles of impeachment were referred to the Judiciary Committee and have yet to be acted upon. McFadden, a former chairman of the House Banking and Currency Committee, leveraged his authoritative position to deliver a series of speeches outlining what he considered egregious abuses by the Federal Reserve System. 2. Critique of the Federal Reserve System structure. McFadden contended that the Federal Reserve was neither federal nor truly a reserve but rather a consortium of private credit monopolies operating under a misleading name. He argued that the institution was designed to serve international financiers at the expense of U.S. sovereignty and public welfare. According to McFadden, the Federal Reserve had failed its mandate by impoverishing Americans and exporting financial power to foreign interests. He particularly criticized the reserve structure, which allowed private interests to control national monetary policy, and accused it of precipitating economic depressions and destabilizing the U.S. banking system. 3. Claims of international collusion and economic subversion. The congressman alleged that the Federal Reserve engaged in covert financial operations benefiting foreign powers, particularly Great Britain and Germany. He accused the institution of financing international wars, revolutions, and propaganda campaigns. McFadden cited the Fed's discounting of foreign bills of exchange, particularly in dealings with German and Japanese entities, as evidence of these assertions. He claimed this enabled foreign entities to access U.S. public credit for speculative and illicit activities, such as whiskey shipments and munitions deals, before any actual goods were delivered or even manufactured. 4. The role of asset currency and the undermining of sovereignty. McFadden further criticized the issuance of asset-based currency, asserting that it made the U.S. government liable for the private debts of corporations and even foreign governments. He warned that Federal Reserve notes were not backed by tangible national wealth but by speculative instruments and volatile foreign commodities. In his view, this arrangement rendered American economic sovereignty subservient to global financiers, with the Fed acting as an intermediary in draining the nation's gold reserves and undermining constitutional safeguards. 5. Congressional oversight and impeachment authority. McFadden exercised his legislative oversight authority by invoking a constitutional privilege to demand an investigation into the Federal Reserve. He submitted a resolution listing dozens of officials and agents associated with the Federal Reserve System, charging them with unlawful issuance of credit, falsification of accounts, and unauthorized dealings with foreign governments. His accusations included gross violations of the Federal Reserve Act and collusion with foreign financial interests that, he argued, amounted to high crimes and misdemeanors justifying impeachment proceedings. 6. Constitutional arguments and national economic implications. Throughout his speeches, McFadden consistently grounded his critique in constitutional doctrine, especially the exclusive authority of Congress to coin money and regulate its value. He maintained that the delegation of monetary authority to a privately controlled entity violated Article 1, Section 8 of the U.S. Constitution. He argued that the systemic failures of the Federal Reserve had driven the country into the Great Depression, weakened national security, and enriched foreign elites while impoverishing American citizens. He urged Congress to dissolve the Federal Reserve and restore constitutional control over monetary policy. 7. Legal legacy and historical reflection. Although McFadden's efforts did not result in immediate legal action, His speeches remain among the most comprehensive early 20th century critiques of central banking in the United States. His allegations anticipated many later debates surrounding the independence, transparency, and accountability of the Federal Reserve System. Whether viewed as prophetic or polemical, McFadden's charges underscore enduring tensions between public governance and private financial power. His sudden death in 1936 under suspicious circumstances has fueled further inquiry into the systemic implications of unchecked monetary authority.